Now you listen here and you listen good. I see it in the chat. Oh, you're late. Oh, he's late. JST. Listen. An Avenger is never late. He arrives precisely when he means to. What's up, everybody? What's up, and good morning. Welcome to another Wednesday stream. We actually have a lot of fun stuff to talk about. There's been some crazy stuff going on in the nerdy world. CinemaCon's happening right now. Monday night, there was Sony stuff. We got to talk about Kraven. Kraven, the animal rights activist that is apparently now rated R. Gonna be wild. We got to get into that. Is that enough to push people over the top? If they want to check it out, I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk about that. There's some Across the Spider-Verse rumors and buzz. And then there's the frickin' Flash. A movie that vexes me. A movie that I can't decide whether or not I should support and go see. A movie that I've flip-flopped on, frankly. I was like, nah, I'll see it. It looks incredible. No, I won't see it. Ezra's horrible. Fuck Warner Brothers. Oh, but that trailer looks pretty dope. I think I might have to go see it. No, Ezra's terrible. I'm so conflicted on the inside. I want to talk about it because they actually screened. Apparently, it's not even a finished version of the movie, but they screened The Flash at CinemaCon. People are going nuts. I thought the new trailer was fan-freaking-tastic. Like, truly. What the fuck? Why is this movie so awesome? I think I'm going to have to see it. But we'll talk about that. We'll get into that as well. A lot of little rumors here and there. I want to talk about this leaked Sentry photo. Maybe we got to look at the MCU Sentry's suit and outfit. So I want to talk about that. There's some set photos for Thunderbolts that appear to be Tiamat Island, which is pretty sick, pretty cool. We'll get into all of that. But as far as show notes are concerned, plans for the rest of the week, the first thing that I want to do today, let me get this working here. I want to initiate the gambling. Yeah. So no gambling on Friday. So instead, we're going to do our nerd coin gambling today. And you're going to want to get those good rolls in because we're going to be doing giveaways all day on Friday as well. So get your nerd coin up so you have a chance to win some of this dope stuff on Friday. Okay? The plan is tomorrow we'll do a Nerdvenger stream at 11 and we'll just chat it up, talk about what's going on, hang out behind the scenes. Then Thursday night at midnight, I will be streaming Jedi Survivor. Okay, I'm so damn excited for this game and I'm excited to do a stream. We streamed it the first night it came out back in the day, like over 3 years ago, I think at this point now. And we had a good time, but obviously the community and the channels were much smaller back then. So I'm excited to, stream to more people and have fun and kind of enjoy Jedi Survivor together. Yo, throw a 1 into the chat if you guys are getting Jedi Survivor at midnight. Are you getting it at midnight? Like, are you going right away? The preload is open today. So I'm going to start preloading it. It's a massive fucking game. It's like 150 some gigs. Crazy. Yeah, dude. Sick. So a lot of you guys are getting the adventure at that time. Kendall, what? Kendall, you're not doing it? 9 out of 10 reviews? Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, so I got to preload it today. I got to figure out some room on the hard drive for that game because 150 gigs is ridiculous. So I'll preload it. We'll probably go live at like 11:30 on Wednesday or on Thursday night. Tomorrow night, I can't, dude. What happened? This week is like flying. But yeah, it'd be tomorrow night at 11:30. We'll probably go live. We'll chit chat a little bit, and then we'll go in right at midnight. Now, the plan is, guys, I'm going to play for a couple of hours, depending on how I'm feeling and how fun the experience is. Maybe 3 or 4. We'll do a long-ass stream. Then the following day, I have no set time for the stream on Friday. No set time. And instead, I'm going to whenever I get up, I'm going to see how the day's treating me. I might go to the gym. Then I'm going to come back and I'm in for a long stream on Friday. Like probably 4 hours at least, maybe more. just playing Jedi Survivor. So that's why we're gambling today. I also want to do call-ins today. We haven't had a lot of call-ins in the past couple of weeks, so I figured today would be a good day to do that. Just see what you guys are talking about, see what's going on. And yeah, so Friday a little bit different. No Prime stream on Friday and no regular stream on Friday either. Okay, so that's kind of the show notes. That's kind of what's going on. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions or hit a mod up or whatever. So should be pretty chill, dude. I am honestly so excited for this game. You know what? I'm going to say this right away. I'm going to do the stance, and I don't know if you can unlock this right away, but I'm going to do the stance where you do the blaster and the lightsaber. That's the one for me. That's the one for me, man. That shit sounds awesome. Always wanted a character like that, you know? Ezra Bridger was a little bit like that for a second. Because he had the lightsaber and he also had like the thing that was like a slingshot with like electricity and shit like that. Gonna be sick. Gonna be freaking sick. Dude. Yeah, little Kyle Katarn energy for sure. Little Kyle Katarn energy for sure. I also just want to bring attention to this awesome shirt that I have on. I don't usually like to brag about my own shirts because that's a little cringe. But I'm doing it today. Check this out, man. Check this shirt out. It's fucking sick, dude. It's the Emperor. It's a tarot card. It's Doctor Doom as the Emperor. Tarot card. Sick. Absolutely sick, dude. Love the shirt. Yeah, recently got it. By the way, Marvel, do the right thing and just do Doctor Doom asaptually. Okay. So we've got a couple things to get into, guys. I want to start with Kraven the animal rights activist. Kraven the Hunter. Monday night, Sony had a presentation at CinemaCon. There was a bunch of cool stuff that they showed. They showed like 15 minutes of Across the Spider-Verse, apparently. People were pretty hyped up about it. And they also showed a trailer, which has not been released to the public yet, for Kraven the Hunter. And the big thing with Kraven, like the big draw, and it's kind of funny because we actually talked about this on... I think we talked about it on Monday's stream. Like, there were a lot of rumors that it was going to be, like, hard R and be very violent and be very gritty. I don't know. Do you guys remember talking about that briefly on Monday? And, yeah, that appears to be what is happening. So they have, this is on discussingfilm.com. They fucking blocked me on Twitter, but whatever. They had good coverage here. And they have descriptions of the exclusive footage. So I'm going to read to you guys the description of the trailer. And we'll have to just, like, imagine it for ourselves, you know? Yeah, the hard R. They're going hard R, which, you know, there's another hard R that's really bad that you don't want to go, you know? You never go full hard R, as they say. But, in this case, I think the hard R might work. Look, let me ask you guys a question. Are you guys excited? Like, does this do anything for you? Like, the fact that it's, whoa, what's going on? Don't leave. Everybody relax. You know what? You've done this to yourselves now. Now we got to talk. Now we have to talk exclusively about the hard R for a second here. Hang on. We're taking a detour. We're taking a detour because you guys are all triggering me right now. Oh, come on, man. I want to find... Let me think. How can I find this? Because there's a really funny interview with Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney, which, by the way, have you guys been following the drama? The drama? Am I the only one that follows this stuff like it's daytime television or soap operas and shit like that? Where's this interview? Where, like, he's, like, talking about the hard R. And it was funny because basically everybody commented the same way that you all are commenting to me right now. and getting all butthurt because he said the hard R twice. And I can't find this interview. No way, bro. Wait. I think I have another strat. I think I got another strat to find it. Hang on. God damn it. Well, thanks a lot, everybody. Now I just look silly. Whatever. So anyway, Kraven is doing the hard R. Let's talk about the description here. Exclusive footage description. Sony revealed the first ever footage for Kraven the Hunter, starring Aaron Taylor Johnson in the form of a trailer. Things kick off with Kraven stopping a group of poachers in the wild who are trying to escape with their bounties of wild animal carcasses. Kraven the Hunter is confirmed to be Sony's first rated R Marvel film. That's a hard R, guys. And the footage really shows it, with Kraven killing everyone quite literally like an animal. Okay. They scrubbed it? Wait, what? Check your tweets. What the what? What are y'all talking about? Is this it right here? Is this the interview? Ha ha! Where the fuck? I don't know about you, but I feel like this is like, not only do we go for the hard R. It's just so funny, dude.
Bad time in Australia. We did like so many activities. Sydney was like our social chair. We had an activity every weekend.
She was the social chair.
I don't know about you, but I feel like this is like, not only do we go for the hard R, which is really, really fun, but it's also like, when was the last time you saw like a hard R rom-com that's big and it's cinematic? Everybody's in swimsuits, looking good.
We love Australia.
It's like hard to have a bad time in Australia.
Is this now, are we the den of drama? Should we like deep dive on this? Go to both their Instagrams and try to figure out if they're fucking? Yo, real quick, just between us, chat. You think they're fucking? Like, just, not that it matters. And we're here to talk about nerdy shit, but like, have you guys been following what's going on? Are they fucking? Okay. Just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page there. Okay, so Kraven, the hard R wielding Russian white guy. Crazy. So apparently it starts off with, chat, where's my music, man? You're killing me. You're killing me here. So the trailer starts off with Kraven stopping a group of poachers. Bro. Hang on a second. Let me just sip this coffee and think about this. Okay. Aaron Taylor Johnson's Kraven the Hunter uses weapons, his hands, and even his own teeth as he bites a piece of the poacher's face off and spits out the blood. Damn, he's not just stopping poachers and protecting animals, he's doing it with violence. He also jumps off walls and pounces on foes like an animal. I hope he does one of these stupid things. Oh man, this is, bro, Sony's got it. They've cracked the code. This shit is lit. I can't wait. The main conflict of the film is between his father, played by Russell Crowe, who was the one who actually raised him in the extreme ways of Hunterverse prey. Nice. The action is filled with over-the-top gore, as comical as the Deadpool films, as we see Kraven use everything from huge spears to fully sized bear traps to decapitate and chop up goons to pieces. A mysterious new character played by Ariana DeBose is briefly teased as well. For those curious, the comic-accurate Kraven vest with the recognizable fur around his shoulders was briefly seen as Aaron Taylor Johnson pulls it out of an old chest. But for the most part, Kraven is not wearing the comic-accurate costume in the trailer. Okay. Surprisingly, he does meet up with another famous Spider-Man villain, the Rhino. A huge fight between the two begins as the latter injects himself with a serum that actually mutates him into a huge rhino beast, as opposed to it being a mech suit. The footage only saw his arm morphing into a big gray, I almost read that incorrectly, rhino-like fist that did look somewhat comic accurate. Somewhat comic accurate. Nice. You want to know why they call me the Rhino? Holy shit, dude. Oh my God, bro. You want to know why they call me the Rhino? Oh shit. It appears that Kraven the Hunter will play out as mainly a standalone entry with little connection to the Sony Marvel universe for now. Interesting. Wow, wee-wah. Sony, man. Yeah, I see somebody made an AI comment, and now we got to go on another tangent here, okay? We're gonna go on this tangent, but like you guys are all like mad. Everybody's like, "Oh, fucking AI!" And all this. Dude, human beings came up with this. Human beings. Humans did this. Like, come on, man. Everybody's like, "Oh, fucking AI!" Dude, humans came up with the hard R John Wick version of Kraven, the animal rights activist. Bro, you can't make this shit up. We are in the simulation. Do you have any doubt that we're in the fucking simulation? Are you kidding me? Guys. Human beings came up with this shit. What's the problem? Nothing, Shane. Can't wait to see it. I'm incredibly excited, and I'm sure you are as well. Put a 1 into the chat if you are super hyped up to check this out. I mean, Sony cracked the code, man. I have no idea why Andrew Garfield is hesitant to come back to Sony. They clearly are ahead of the curve. Yeah, man. Can't wait, dude. You want to know why they call me the Rhino? Fuck yeah, bro. I want to know. I want to know. And then he injects himself and gets all... Oh, man. Patrick says, I just got here, so I can't tell if you're being sarcastic. Welcome, man. Welcome into the tower. Yeah, so it's interesting. I think the main takeaway here with, like, you know, some of the snark aside, the thing that I find interesting about this is this makes me feel like Kevin Feige damn sure ain't working on this movie. And I don't know, man. It also kind of feels like Sony and Marvel, there have been all these rumors, guys. Okay? There have been all these rumors. And a lot of us are theorizing that Sony and Marvel at some point have to, like, work this shit out. They have to come to some kind of agreement. And whatever Sony's doing over there with Morbius, the living vampire, bombs in theaters not once but twice in a single year. Like, Sony is a studio so stupid that they re-released Morbius because, like, a bunch of people memed it. Like, a bunch of people memed it's Morbin time, and Sony was like, ah, shit, maybe they all had soccer practice that weekend. Ah, fuck, man, it seems like all these nerds, maybe they were out doing community service and they didn't go see Morbius, so let's release it again, you know? Like, that's how brain dead, dumb, stupid, doo-doo brain Sony is, right? And I think that most of us are like, at some point they have to realize they are completely fucked, they have no idea what they're doing, and they should just give it all back to Feige. And this new arrangement that they have apparently with the new Spider-Man movie, it made me think maybe they are working this out. Maybe Feige is helping them in some way. But if they are, bro, that shit ain't this movie. Nope. There is no way. And oh man, oh dude, I personally would be kind of heartbroken if I found out that Feige thought this was a good idea. Like if Feige said, "Yo, I actually think it's an interesting way to take Kraven the Hunter. What if he hunted other hunters? What if he actually like stood up for animals?" Oh my God, I would. Oh God, that would be so gross. I just, if that's actually like what's going on, I hope I never find out about it, because I don't know if my brain can handle that. I don't know if my heart can handle that, bro. Like, that is ridiculous. And they made it. They paid Aaron Taylor doucheface whatever they paid him, and they got Russell fucking Crowe in this movie. So, just wanted to bring that up so that we could all get really excited, man. You know? This hype train doesn't stop for nothing. I can't wait. I can't wait for more Kraven the Hunter! Okay, let's talk more about Sydney Sweeney, honestly, but ooh, we can talk about this in a second too. Okay, we need to talk about this. Okay, I had a controversial tweet before we get into more of the news. We got to talk about this. By the way, Theory has been really ruffling some feathers on Twitter lately. Have you guys noticed that? Bro has been going wild. I'm here for it. Like, I think it's hilarious. I think it's awesome. I also a little bit low-key think, oh man, maybe I shouldn't have like told him that he should go back to Twitter because it's awesome, because holy cow. We'll see where all that leads, you know what I mean? But regardless of all that, I'm not new to Twitter drama and controversy, and this is one of the latest ones that like just really triggered a lot of people. It really triggered a lot of people, okay? And it has to do with an interview that the Russo brothers did where they're talking about AI, okay? And they're talking about putting AI or using AI to make movies, okay? And so I made the point. Oh my God, dude. This is amazing. We got to go through these quote tweets. Like, I just want you guys to look at this. This has 270,000 views. Okay, it has 131 quote tweets. And later that day, George Lucas was trending on Twitter. Now, I'm not saying that's all because of me, but it was at least partially because of me. Okay? So, I said, I know many will boo this, but I'm here for it. George Lucas would have made his movies this way if he could have trust. Okay? And here's what I want to see. I want to know from you. Let's go to the polls. Let's go to the polls because we're going to do a little tangent on this. I want to explain myself here, okay? I want to explain myself. I've got some susplaining to do. Let's first see. Do you agree George Lucas would have used a lot of AI to make his movies? If he could have. I want to see what you think about this. Let's see where the poll is at, and then I'll give you my take, or we'll go over the quote tweets. Actually, let's do the quote tweets while you guys are doing this. Okay. So this person says, no, he or any actual director would never do something so pathetic. I find that kind of ironic because it's literally coming from the Russo brothers that are, directors. But, okay. Austin says, this is exactly take from someone so creatively bankrupt they called their community the Nerd Vengers. Yo, low key, and I'm not about this, but y'all should blow this dude up and this dude's putting disrespect on the Nerd Vengers name. Okay? So I'm not saying, you shouldn't go like blow this exact guy's tweet up and ratio him forever and let's follow him for the rest of the time. In fact, I'm following this motherfucker right now. I'm following this dude right now. And here's the exact tweet right here. You done messed up. We'll see. Well, I mean, let's just have a little fun. Let's just see. Let's see what happens. And I'm also gonna link this tweet to the Discord. Again, I'm not saying that you got to go over there and blow this, guy up. I would never tell you to do that. But I am gonna link the tweet in Discord. And I'm gonna tag everybody that's on Discord. Just because he said that about the Nerd Ventures, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's keep reading. Real Baby Drake says, God, if any of these guys met Lucas and talked to him about this kind of stuff, they would be so fucking mad. Okay, awesome. STFU, you smelly greaseball. I haven't been called a greaseball, maybe ever. But that's all right. No, he wouldn't. Okay, that's kind of benign. It's fine. George Lucas famously was on the edge of practices we use today in filmmaking. No way he'd let an AI make a movie for him. So this one to me is like especially funny because I feel like this is a part of my argument. And I saw this a lot. Like this dude's literally like, George Lucas was on the edge of technology when filmmaking. So there's no way he would use the latest technology, which is AI. It's like, I don't understand. Like, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Okay, so this guy says, yes, I'm sure George writes screenplays longhand Lucas would prefer it if you could just beep bop and a movie comes out. Okay. Do not speak on George, says H-Dog. Okay. Big day for the MCU? I don't know what that means. Famous maker of excellent creative decisions, George Lucas. So this one at least is kind of getting to, like, because it's true. He would absolutely do this. And they're saying maybe it's a bad decision. Fair. Genuinely and continually baffled that anyone with a brain takes this person seriously. That one kind of hurt. George should sue for defamation. Damn, dog! Damn, they're cooking me out here. You know what I mean? Like, they are cooking me out here. Sorry, what? Sure. Yes, I am booing. Young people nowadays just use Lucas like they use literally fascism and Hitler. Everywhere. Wait, what? Everywhere, even if it makes 0 sense, smack my head. Dude, who the fuck is this? Chucky's full of love and acceptance? Is this a... What the... I can't scroll on this, dude. I can't even scroll on that page. I feel like we're going to see something that'll get us in trouble. So here we go. Oh, this is a good one here. I feel like all those who are huge on NFTs and AI art loving support AI films. Because of that, I feel like we should treat all those who want us to embrace AI films like this. So this dude's literally saying like, and I know it's like tongue in cheek and it's on Twitter or whatever, but this dude's literally saying like, let's beat him up or whatever. God, what a bunch of pussies, dude. You were talking about the guy who wrote his stuff on pen and paper. Also, more independent filmmaker who isn't afraid to try bold risks on choices would not have made them with AI. And I think, the thing is, as you look through a lot of this stuff, what I found, and this is just my personal belief, is I think people are really missing, which really shouldn't surprise you because, I mean, I bet if you added up the collective IQ of almost all those people that quote tweeted me, you probably even wouldn't get to the temperature in my house. Like, these are very dumb people. But here's what's important to distinguish here. I think a lot of people view, and this is partially like actually on me, because I think in the Russo brothers article, they talk about how eventually you'll be able to just tell the AI to like make a movie for you, which absolutely will be coming. And that's something that a lot of people will do. But for someone like George, I feel very strongly that he doesn't actually love the process of filmmaking the way he loves the idea of making movies, if that makes sense. And I think if you look at a lot of his different interviews over the years, it's pretty clear that that's the case, okay? So, first of all, the guy almost launches the digital revolution, right? So going off of film, going into digital, shooting with green screen. The Phantom Menace is an interesting movie because it's really like a combo of a lot of practical effects, but also a lot of CGI as well, right? But this is not a guy who ever thought, oh man, the sanctity of model making and the practice of creating practical effects is so like awesome that I have to like embrace that. No, he was looking for like a way around that. When it came to even his like actors, he's famously like not a actor's director. Right? There's a lot of different like examples of this. You know, there's the classic jokes about him just saying like faster and more intense, right? And, you know, Harrison Ford has gone on record talking about how he doesn't think George respects the craft of acting, and he doesn't understand, like, George is like, I have it here in the script, like, why can't you just do it? He doesn't understand why an actor can't just get there, okay? And so I think George absolutely would embrace AI replacing a lot of how he gets to his shots actually being there for his movie. So there's all kinds of different ways that this can happen. I think the idea that you would lose all creativity and all agency as a human because you're using AI as a tool is just false. So like, for instance, I use AI almost every day, whether it be for ideation, creating a title or a description, creating actual art that I put on the thumbnails or inside the videos. And it's a tool. Like, AI doesn't just make the thumbnail. It gives me images that then I can go in and use and create the thumbnail, right? So it's the same thing like with a movie. In fact, let me find, there's a really interesting video. Let me see if I find this. See if I can find this. It's really fascinating, dude. Well, there's the Corridor crew and what they did, but there's all kinds of other examples of this as well. Okay, well, I can't find the exact video I'm looking for. Anyway, the point is this. What is, like, if you break down the process of, like, what George does, it's really him saying, okay, but I want it to look like this, or let's change it like this. So he's collaborating with people, but as the director and as the visionary, and especially with George Lucas specifically, because even when he wasn't directing, he was so, like, on top of these people. And he, like, even takes over the guy in Return of the Jedi and essentially, like, just directs a lot of that movie anyways. Like, he's obsessed as a control freak of the actual property of the vision, right? That's the thing. It's his vision. But I think George would probably use AI to come up with different concept art, and pick the concept art that he felt like most represented what was in his mind, right? And then he would take that and create modeling and you know, you basically create what's the word for it? I think it's called mesh, where they put like a mesh over top of a wireframe for a model, and then you figure out how to like make it move, etc., etc. Yeah, no, I absolutely believe he would replace every single process with artificial intelligence, and he'd be the kind of guy that would spend a lot of time tinkering with the AI to make sure that his actual vision was seen. And I think what a lot of people were not understanding, you know, when to my tweet and they were getting all upset, is that they think George Lucas would just be like, make me Star Wars, and then it would just make Star Wars. Like, dude, no fucking way. Like, there's no way he would do that. He would refine it. He would adjust it. And human input is the whole thing when it comes to like AI and AI workflow. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's like, it really, really upset people. And I just think there's this like fundamental misunderstanding. Like, a lot of people are so butthurt that artists may well be replaced by AI. But I know artists that are working in commercial art. They fucking hate their jobs, dude. They don't even like it. It's not like this glorified, awesome fucking thing where they're like, oh shit, yeah, dude, I'm animating all this awesome stuff. It's so great. No, they're spending like 8 to 12 hours a day working on a movie they don't give a shit about, doing some part of it that's so mundane and stupid it's not fulfilling at all. Like, commercial art in a lot of ways already drove the creativity, the vision, you know, an actual artiste. That's not even really a thing in commercial art. So it's not like AI came in and like destroyed artistic expression. No, that's been going on for a long, long time. And the battle is like, how do you actually do that? And here's the thing that's really like the bow or the cherry on top. The reality of the situation is, because a lot of that stuff is very expensive, like to animate, make special effects, make a movie, pay an actor, etc. This is fucking expensive, right? Because it's all human cost. That is actually the thing that stops people who have creative vision and talent from being able to just go out and execute their own vision. It's all this gatekeeping of like having money, getting funded. And then if you're funded, there's considerations from the people that fund you. There's all this like, that is the biggest thing that is actually gatekeeping visionaries who have no money but have incredible vision from making great art. And AI replaces all of that. It will take away all of that. So you won't need all that money, all these actors, all these cameras, all this time. All you need is vision and the ability to sort of like edit it, right? So to me, I don't know. It's such a weird, crazy thing because people are so upset about AI and about the idea of AI replacing artists. And like, bro, AI is going to replace fucking like everything. Like 90% of jobs, I think actually statistically speaking, damn near 70% of jobs that people make their livelihoods off of right now, probably in danger of being replaced by AI. 70%? Like, it's wild. It is wild. But look, all that to say, going back to the point, George Lucas absolutely would have used AI to make his movies. I have literally no doubt about that. Zero doubt about it. Maverick says, Josh, you are speaking the truth right now. I just don't think AI will work as well as many people think. Will increase need for human editors, I think. Oh yeah, you definitely need a human touch for sure. Like, first of all, AI can't do anything on its own. Like, none of these things work without human input. So you need human input, you know? I think at the end of the day, a lot of what AI replaces is like undignified work. And I know that's crazy. Like, so again, like it's such a hot button topic and people at this point, people just get triggered all the time, almost no matter what I say. I just got to call it like I see it, try to have some compassion. But at the same time, it's like, bro, like it is what it is, man. Like, this is the direction. This is where it's headed. So to summarize and to just George Lucas absolutely would have. Does anybody doubt that? Like, seriously, do you doubt that George would have used AI to make his movies? Exactly, the Exodus. AI doesn't replace man. It replaces man hours. 100%. You have the same hair as George. Is he your father? No, he's my secret uncle that I'm not allowed to talk about. He would use AI as a tool in his toolkit. 100%. 100% he would, yeah. Call-ins are going to be fire. Yeah, we'll have some crazy call-ins. It should be a really good time. Should be a good time. Yeah, he would have 100% used it. 100%, dude. By the way, my hair is just like going crazy right now. I might have to get a hat. It just distracts me. It just distracts me when my hair's all crazy. He created editing because he hated the process. Dude, 100%. He literally created non-linear editing. You know, before non-linear editing, which if you've ever edited a video in like iMovie, fucking Final Cut, Premiere, whatever, if you've ever done that, you did something that was invented by George Lucas. Before that, you edited a movie in order, and you're literally cutting the film and taping that shit together. That's what it is. And George was like, that's fucking stupid as fuck. Digitize it, put it into the computer. And there were probably a bunch of people that were like, hey, but I sliced the thing and tape it together. You're taking my jarb, George. George, you're taking my jarb. And George says, faster, more intense. Get the fuck out of my face. That is what it is. That is what it is. Okay, so now we're all on the same page. We all get it. We're all good. But George, my Jorb. Okay. Okay. God, we have so much fun on these streams, you know? We're having such a blast over here. Okay, should we talk about The Flash a little bit? Should we talk about The Flash a little bit and then maybe talk about a little bit of Star Wars? I mean, I kind of want to try to keep it as Star Wars free as possible because that shit is depressing. But yeah, let's talk about it. Okay. The Flash. Dude, wait. Okay, anyway. The Flash, guys. The Flash. Y'all gonna see The Flash? Y'all gonna see The Flash? Let's see. Because you know what's crazy too? We have a video coming out, working on, probably drop tomorrow. And the video is about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Because, guys, you guys fucking blew my mind on Monday when half of you said you're not seeing Guardians 3 opening weekend. I was like, this is blowing my mind. This is blowing my mind. And so I put it out on Twitter. Guys, it's damn near the same. With like 4,000 votes. 50% of people are like, nah, I'm not going to see it. Very concerning. So I have a whole video coming out about like what is happening to Guardians, what does it mean for the MCU, etc., etc. But I'm pretty interested, you know, sort of to juxtapose that against this. Are you gonna see The Flash opening weekend? Yes or no? Guardian Gids get no views. Yeah, I haven't even done a Guardians vid. I mean, this one will probably get views because it's kind of framed in a way where it's like, bro, what the fuck is happening, you know? Yo, I have found a little bit of low key here, and maybe this is something I want to save for the Prime stream, but I guess we're not priming this week. I'll do a video for you guys for the Prime stream this week, actually. I'll do a video for you guys because I wanted to talk about this because it is unfortunately the case that I think general interest surrounding these nerdy things right now is not, like, it's very difficult to make content that's just about the shit, whether it's speculation, hype, you know, whatever. People are more interested right now in the conversations about the thing and like what the hell is going on. Like, it's weird. Like, we're going through this really weird time right now where, I mean, like, frankly, people don't give that much of a shit of, like, oh, Mandalorian Season 4, like, is Moff Gideon going to come back? They're more interested in, like, bro, what the fuck happened to the Mandalorian? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, this is, and by the way, bad turning point for these brands. Bad turning point for these brands. You know, Star Wars had this a long time ago. Marvel's going through it right now. Marvel can absolutely recover, and I think they'll be fine. But damn, it's gonna be a tough 2024, right? So it looks like you guys are literally 50% split on The Flash. I am fascinated by the situation with The Flash. I'm fascinated by it, and also just because I'm ADD, I gotta say it like this. I'm gonna give my take on The Flash. We're gonna talk about The Flash a little bit, and then I'm going to get a hat because I can't handle my hair. I can't handle it. What is even going on with this hair? I don't get it. I don't get it. Shit. Ah, fuck it. Okay. So, The Flash is a movie that's been in production for like 10 years, bro. Rick Famuyiwa, I don't know how to say his name, the Star Wars guy that did the finale of Mando. Rick was actually gonna write and direct The Flash way back in the day. I don't know if you guys remember this. He just got off of making the movie called Dope, which if you've never seen Dope, it's dope. It's a very good movie, dude. Like, really cool. So all the way back then, there was supposed to be the Flash movie. It went through page one rewrites. There was also a period in time in which Ezra and Grant Morrison worked together to create a draft or at least a story or spec script for the Flash. That got thrown out. It's been through a lot of different iterations, okay? Somehow, some way, the movie appears to have finally figured all of that out and actually delivered what many people are calling one of the best comic book movies of all time. Right? So it's kind of wild. Just that. You know, we're going to talk about Ezra in a second, but just that in particular is fascinating. This movie survived 3 different regimes at Warner Brothers, all kinds of drama. It's been worked on forever, and it seems like it's actually going to end up being maybe one of the best comic book movies of all time. That is fascinating. Now, you add into the mix, of course, Ezra Miller, who almost just as fascinating as the story of the creation of the film went on, I mean, like, literally one of the most ridiculous, egregious series of scandals, you know, slash actual violence, slash, you know, shit with minors, like mind-blowing stuff. Like, in today's day and age, you know, in today's day and age where some people can literally get fired for talking about the hard R's, you know, which, you know, to be honest with you, in that situation, you probably should get fired. But, you know, if you look at what some people are getting fired for these days, and then you look at what Ezra did, something doesn't add up. You know what I mean? Like truly, something, it doesn't make sense. It's very bizarre. And I think that a lot of people, including myself, are so, like, look, if you consider it to be injustice, like, I that probably bothers you. You know what I mean? And it bothers me. I really don't understand it. And the whole other thing where apparently Ezra, zero, like, actual commitment to change. You know, he didn't do anything up until it actually became like real that the studio was considering canceling the movie. Many of you guys have been with me for a long time. You guys remember this. The stories came out, and he and his agent went and met with Pamela Abdley. This was only because Ezra feared that the movie was actually going to maybe get canceled. So, like, this is a person that went on a spree of doing absolutely horrible, heinous shit, feeling like they could get away with anything, not being remorseful publicly at all, doing crazy shit with minors, hard drugs, all kinds of really wild stuff, stealing liquor. And then it wasn't until the studio was like, you know what, we might actually not make this movie, that he was like, I'm fucking sorry. I'm coming. Like, let's figure it out, blah, 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 blah. So what you have is you have a really crazy dichotomy where you might actually have one of the greatest comic book movies of all time at a time that I think the comic book movie genre really needs it. Like, if I'm being honest with you guys, like, it feels like this is the time, man. Like, we need a oh shit kind of superhero movie. The last couple of years have been pretty rough, right? And you sort of juxtapose that against a just truly horrible person, in my opinion. Maybe somebody that's remorseful, maybe somebody that's actually going to rehabilitate. We'll see. But I think you kind of can't deny it. Done some pretty horrible things. And that's really the balance here. Now, I think it's made even more interesting, of course, because Warner Brothers, a studio that sucks, a studio that is literally being packaged currently by Zaslav to just be sold literally next year. A studio that they're fucking horrible. Like, we don't even have to really go in on why Warner Brothers is horrible. But the other thing that's really interesting about this is that Warner Brothers pushed a lot of chips into the center of the table betting on this movie. Like, they have bet the farm on this movie. Remember last year, like, they could only afford to release 2 movies. Both those movies bombed. Like, they're hurting, bro. They're hurting. And so they've pushed a lot into the middle when it comes to this movie. And so I find myself in this really conflicted situation where it's like, okay, obviously I'm a fan of the genre. I'm a fan of these characters. I want to see the movie based on that, and I want to see one of the greatest comic book movies of all time. Okay? On the other hand, it seems to be a unique opportunity to really be able to screw over a corporation that I think doesn't care about fans. You know? It also feels like a unique instance to sort of take a stand and kind of show Hollywood, like, yo, if the star of your movie is going around treating the world like GTA 5, literally cracking ladies in the head with chairs, stealing minors, you know, like, bro, like, we're not gonna, nah. Like, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna support that. Right? So, I don't know, man. As far as CinemaCon is concerned, the hype is real. I gotta say, I thought that trailer, and there's an international trailer. There's an international trailer tomorrow too, or that came out yesterday too. And dude, the international trailer, it's dope, man. Did y'all see the trailer? Like, let me know in the chat. What's the score for the trailer? Because to me, it's a 10 out of 10, dude. Like, that was an incredible, bro. What? It almost feels like a trailer. A 4? Darth Princess? A 4? Damn. Okay. There's a lot of high scores here, man. Like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, these trailers are so good. I'm so conflicted, chat. I'm so conflicted. What do you think I should do? 50% of you guys are not going to go see it opening weekend. Okay. What should I do about The Flash? See it opening day? See it on the 7 Seas? Don't see it. Those are my options. Those are my options. So it seems like a lot of you guys are going to wait for HBO Max, which is not HBO Max anymore. I don't know if you noticed. It's just Max. I dropped that service a couple of months ago anyway. What is the 7 Seas? The 7 Seas is a way that you could watch the movie without going to the theater or supporting the film financially. You know how, like, pirates go on the 7 Seas? Dude, I can't. That's all I can say is just use your goddamn imagination. I feel like because Gunn killed the DC Universe, is the Flash worth paying for? Well, it has zero to do with what Gunn is going to do next, if that's what you're asking. So. Whoa, dude, Brandon says, man, I can't wait till the Flash makes so much money and shuts all the haters up. I mean, first of all, Brandon, let's dissect that statement a little bit. You think this motherfucker's going to shut up either way? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I'm not shutting up. Number 2, what do you mean the haters? Like, I don't get it, bro. Like, because maybe there are some haters out there for the Flash, but I gotta say, I don't think this is like a Star Wars situation where a lot of people are just unhappy with the content and leadership and therefore are disengaging. I think this is a little bit different because, I mean, if like sometimes, let me break it down to you like this. Sometimes actors show up at a movie theater when a movie is screened, right? I think famously, like Tom Hardy did those ones in New York. He like showed up. The Rock showed up to some Black Adam ones and everything. And when this happens, people get really hyped up and they're excited. If Ezra Miller popped up in the theater, everybody would take cover. Like they would fear for their safety. So I think it's just a different, we got a different situation here. You know what I mean? Just a different situation when it comes to Ezra. So yeah, maybe there are some haters, but I don't know that they're like, it's a different kind of hater, bro. Okay. Melissa says, I'm sorry, anyone who supports this movie supports abuse. Okay, so I'm gonna try to draw a line between Brandon and Melissa. And first of all, God bless you both for being who you are. I'm sure you're beautiful people on the inside. Now, I think it would actually be probably good for us to maybe find a middle between these two. I don't think seeing the movie supports abuse. Okay? That's my take on it is like, I don't think going to see the movie supports abuse. I think at the end of the day, that's very similar to the whole Harry Potter situation with like J.K. Rowling. And maybe you think like J.K. is like all good. Maybe you think J.K. is horrible. Whatever. But I think that to say going out and supporting Hogwarts Legacy then supports this stuff that you accuse her of, I just don't see it that way. I don't think that's what's going on. We live in a world that is literally like, look, we don't have to get too deep on this, but you are actively participating in a world that, has a lot of bad shit that happens. Just look at how you got your clothes, look at how you got your cell phone. Just consider that we live in a society, okay? And so, therefore, I don't think it's fair to say if you, within that crazy world where banks charge you to use your own money, you have to pay the government forever for owning your own property. It is truly a fucking crazy, absurd world. And you want to go watch a superhero movie to have a little bit of reprieve. I think you have that right, and I don't think it makes you a bad person just because Ezra is probably a bad person. Okay? So it's in between you're supporting and the haters, and we're gonna prove them wrong and shit like that. Like let's find a middle ground. Like if you guys want to see it, like you should see it, right? I am personally pretty conflicted about seeing it, okay? Because I do think if the movie was unsuccessful, that is perhaps somewhat of a signal to them that maybe they shouldn't back a person like Ezra anymore. And that I can agree with. Maybe that's in spirit what Melissa was saying. And I totally get it. That I think is fair. And that's why I am personally conflicted. But I'm not going to judge another person that goes to see the movie. You know what I mean? So... I don't know. The bigger question is, do we want to support James Gunn? Well, I'll tell you right now, like, I don't want to support James Gunn, but I also want good content. If James Gunn makes an incredible superhero movie, I will support that movie. And I will therefore then support, like, everything else he does after that. I'm going to be like, yo, like, let's get it. I am skeptical of his ability to do that. But yeah. Stop being nuanced. Okay, fine. So here's what it is then. James Gunn, bad. If you support if you watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, then you support gross, inappropriate jokes. Melissa. James Gunn is a great filmmaker. Just take great out of that sentence and you've got a sentence. He is a filmmaker, yes. Okay. Let's talk about some other stuff. I want your guys' take on this. Which, by the way, I hope we don't get deleted for showing this, okay? I don't think it's real. I don't think it's real. But damn, it would be a pretty shitty way to find out that it was real. That, like, Kevin Feige literally kicked in the door of the tower, shot me in the dick, and banned this channel, okay? So hopefully we don't have to start streaming on the main channel because this channel gets deleted. This is an image that is floating around in the leaker circles, the communities of leakers and scoopers. I don't know if the person that sent it to me is comfortable with me saying this, but here's what happened. Somebody sent it to me and said, hey, can you check if this is real? I checked with a bunch of my insider scooper friends. They all already had this image. They literally all already had it, and they were like, I don't know. Also, a lot of the insiders think this is real, just so you guys know. Just so you guys know. A lot of insiders think this is real, and they're actually afraid to post it because they don't want to, like, Disney's been on the fucking, Disney's going crazy right now, you know, for leakers and stuff like that. So, but a lot of people think this is real. What do you guys think? In fact, let's go to the poll. First here, you guys are really split between seeing it on the 7 Seas or seeing it opening day. I'll probably see it at opening day. I'll probably bite the bullet, and I'll just keep my skepticism, and I'll shit on Ezra in the review. How about that? Okay. Do you guys think this is real? Let's go to the polls on that. Opening day. Looks more like a DC suit. Yeah. Interesting. Let me, okay. So, yeah, while you guys are talking about that, I just want to show you something. Because a lot of people, I think, are like, I don't know, not very MCU. I don't know, looks like DC, etc., etc. Check this out. These are the new suits for the Marvels, okay? You notice anything about these suits? So, it feels like Marvel is changing a little bit of how they do their costuming. You're not seeing a lot of those, like, vertical lines that a lot of MCU suits throughout the Infinity Saga had. There's women in them. Good eye, Ryan. Damn, dude. Gold star. Top marks. 100 points to Gryffindor. Now shut the fuck up, Ryan! Okay, listen. I bring this up because, to me, the design of these suits actually does strike a little bit of a similar tone to this. Like, again, it does feel a little different. Okay? It does feel a little different, for sure, than, like, Marvel. And, like, dude, this has, like, a very, this suit feels like it could have been, if we were in the Watchmen universe, this feels like a suit that somebody could have worn when they were in the Minutemen, in the first version of the Watchmen, and in the modern Watchmen. It literally feels like so old school that it could be the Minutemen and the first Watchmen. If you get that, you're a real one. If you know where I'm coming from with that, you understand. You get it. And so I'm kind of curious. Like, it feels like maybe Marvel's taking stuff in a slightly different direction. I've also heard that they want to be much more like anime inspired. And if you even look at some of the costuming in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, it almost does feel like there's a sort of shift in the visual department from costumes and how they do it. Now, like when I first saw this, I was like, bro, this is fake AF, and also it looks stupid. Like, why are you gonna have all this padding? Why are you gonna have all these muscles? Why does it look like there's those wrinkles in the suit? It looks so weird. But the more I thought about it, I was like, dude, okay, so first of all, Steven Yeun in this, I could see it. He would look a little crazy, and I think the Thunderbolts team would probably even comment on it. But he would also look like the Sentry from the comics, okay? And there is a little bit of craziness when it comes to Sentry in the comics. Like, he is technically a hero out of time. Like, he was a hero in the 60s, right? The other thing that I thought was kind of interesting about this costume was, bro, this, like, kind of material, if we get a little bit of the glow, like, you know how when Carol does her powers in Miss Marvel and she gets a little bit of that power, and when she goes binary, to me that feels like it's similar to what they might do with Sentry. Like they feel very similar, like the sort of Miss Marvel crazy thing, you know, and this material with like actual energy emanating off of him. I like it, bro. I actually like it. I think it could be really cool, dude. Yeah, Super Saiyan Sentry, exactly. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. I still don't know if it's real or not. I guess we'll wait and see, and we'll try to find out. But it could be real, and I could actually see it working. I could see it working, and I think either way, I'm pretty excited to see what they're cooking up in Thunderbolts and what they're cooking up with Sentry. Here's something that's really crazy. This is being shot for Captain America New World Order via Atlanta Filmmaking. And this appears to be Tiamat Island. Tiamat Island. So yeah, they're going for the adamantium, man. I think Captain America 4, by the way, Charles Murphy said, I think a couple of weeks ago now, that the script for Captain America New World Order is the most ridiculous, craziest script that Marvel has ever written. And this is the new script because it's being written by the Beef guy. It's like the whole team from that Beef show is popping off. Kind of wild. Kind of wild, guys. So, of course, let me know what you think about that. And let me just peruse through this Reddit, see if there's anything else we want to get into here. No, I think that might be it. There was some Spider-Verse stuff that was seen. But other than that, there's not too much going on. I tell you. So we have two options here, guys. We could just move on, get into Q&A, and just kind of have a nice rest of the stream. Or we could talk about a couple Star Wars stories and get triggered. I don't know. It's... What do you guys want to do? You know? Should we just move on? Get triggered? Oh, no. Oh, no. Now, keep in mind that Jedi Survivor's on the way, Ahsoka's on the way, so there will at least be some happy, good times in our future. But I want to play you this video here. I just want to get your just honest takes on this, guys. This is the director of the next Star Wars movie. I just want to know what you guys make of this. Trigger warning.
My name is Sharmeen Obed-Chinoy, and I am directing the next Star Wars film. I'm excited about bringing Daisy Ridley back into the Star Wars galaxy and in telling her story. I'm excited to be immersed in the Jedi Academy, and I think there is so much excitement around the new Jedi Order. I've always
there's so much excitement around the new Jedi Order. You guys agree? What do you think? Excitement around the new Jedi Order?
kicked open doors that were previously closed. And I think my feeling is that there is a critical mass of women who have begun to move forward in places that were previously closed to them. I've been a filmmaker and a storyteller for the last 20 years, and a few years ago I began to think about what I wanted to do. Miss Marvel was coming around, and I thought about a brown Muslim superhero and what impact she would have.
Okay, so that's obviously not the full clip and the full interview, but yeah, what do you think? What thoughts, chat? What do you Yeah, she went for the hard R. I know. I agree with you. She went for the hard R. So here's the thing. Hiring Charmine, interesting choice. And I think a lot of people had looked at her past of being, a real activist, for women's rights and trying to blaze a trail for women, which is, totally and completely awesome. But of course, when it comes to Star Wars, activism in Star Wars and this idea that Star Wars is a thing that needs to be changed in order to become more accessible to female fans is actually like a big part of the divide in the fandom currently. I actually even got into it with Star Wars Meg on Twitter, I think yesterday, a little bit about this. I don't know if some of you guys saw, but, your mileage may vary on how you feel about this, but it is undeniable that Star Wars has taken the attitude and the perspective of wanting to change it to make it more accessible to female audiences. And I think the way they have executed that concept, which in and of itself is not a bad concept, but the way they have executed that concept has done brand damage. And so the first time I saw it, like when I was thinking like, oh shit, Charmine is talking about the new Star Wars movie. Oh bro, let's see what she has to say. It's an interesting moment, right? It's an interesting moment to see what she's actually going to say for the first time in like a big video that's circulating about her Star Wars experience. Patty Jenkins, when she did this, talked about her father, did some sweet roller skating, talked about fighter pilots. It was fucking hype, dude. Made me really want to see that movie. And I was curious what Charmine would do. And she literally comes out and says the thing we were all waiting to see if she would say. Like, she's not even trying to hide it. She's literally like, my name is Charmine. I'm excited about Rey. Women. Girls get it done. Holy shit. Really? Your first big video in it, girls get it done? The first thing out of your fucking mouth? Wow. Buckle up your buttholes. We are in for an incredible 2 years watching the development and the press come out of this movie. Disney is so dumb. So dumb. So dumb. Oh my God. Here we go again. This shit is crazy. So I just wanted to touch on that for a second. Again, your mileage may vary. You may not agree with my take on that, and that is completely fine. The other thing that I think we got to talk about, just briefly, just a little bit. Tamara Morrison and hashtag bring back Boba Fett. So a lot of people thought, oh shit, dude, Boba Fett gonna be in Mando. That's sick. Let's go, Boba. Of course, his show was absolute booty cheeks. And they turned Boba from a ruthless, bloodthirsty bounty hunter into a guy that rules with respect. It was damn ridiculous. But Tamara Morrison himself had actually been pretty vocal about his displeasure in that show and the way he was portrayed. And he made that known even after the first season, right? We went over some of those interviews. Do you guys remember? And so we were like, okay, but look, if they do a season 2, if they bring him into The Mandalorian, they can set him back the right way. Well, Tamara Morrison recently made some comments. Let me see if I can look this up for you. Where is the comments that he made? Pretty interesting stuff. Okay, so he says here, I was supposed to be in The Mandalorian Season 3, but nobody rang me. I was waiting for the phone call in New Zealand, waiting and wanting to give up. Well, that Mando guy stole a few chapters of my book. It was painful watching him turn up with some black new lethal sword, and the way he turned up in my book of Boba Fett. He just destroyed everybody. I'm sure this guy is ruining my show, but I couldn't say anything. I'm not the writer, so I have to bear it, I guess. I think there is a few changes going on. We also come under the big umbrella known as Disney. Now, too. So it's one of the many previous few conversations we had in LA. The dialogue began like, oh, look, we're having a few changes, we're having a few cutbacks, and while you hear that on the different finish of the road, it's no good attempting to barter any more cash. That's for positive. So we'll see what occurs. And man, that just sucks, dude. Like, that is just tough, bro. And I saw some people being like, oh, well, he totally screwed himself over. He'll never be in Star Wars again now. It's like, bro, like, what? First of all, I don't even think that's true. I think he will actually be maybe in Filoni's movie, maybe even in the next season of The Mandalorian or whatever. But man, like, this dude kind of got burnt. You know? Like, truly, kind of got burnt. And it's interesting to hear him really speak his mind on that because, yeah, like, that show was whack, bro. You know? And partially because of the Mando stuff. And I remember at the time I really liked the Mando stuff. I still like the Mando stuff. I think it's fantastic. But it's, like, so weird the way they just injected that into the Book of Boba Fett. By the way, I'll make a tease. I'll make a tease for you guys. There is a massive rumor out there that's being reported by WDW Pro. And it's all about some crazy meeting that happened at Lucasfilm. And it's all about Lucasfilm and how they're treating Luke Skywalker. Have you guys heard of this rumor? Have you heard of this rumor? Just let me know in the chat. Have you heard of this? Did you hear about this? Did you hear about this? Do you know about this? Did you hear about this? So I looked into it a little bit. And I did a big video, should drop later today, breaking it all down. Because I frankly don't think the report is true. However, it could be. It could be. And so I want to kind of like dive into that, explain what it is, and show you what it is. Because here's the thing. I'll just say this. My personal belief is that you are going to get more young Luke Skywalker. And I also believe that you will see Luke Skywalker in the Filoni movie. What do you guys think? In fact, let's go to the polls. Do you expect Luke Skywalker to be in Filoni's movie? Boom. What's up, Jake? Happy to have you here live, man. Well, now I do. What the hell does that mean? I expect more trash Star Wars from Disney. Maybe one gem in there. Right on. Dave Filoni is an Ahsoka simp lord. Yeah, he might be. They don't have a Luke problem. They have a George Lucas problem. I know, dude. This guy, he's obsessed with AI. They had to get rid of him so that all the humans could still have jobs. Women can do stuff now? Awesome. That sounds like somebody. Sounds like somebody like in one of those pitch meetings. That's like, yeah, no, we're just gonna have this women starring it because women can do stuff now. They fly now. Daniel Logan shared this news on his IG, so there must be some truth to Tem's displeasure. Interesting, dude. Yo, y'all are wildin', dude. I feel like this is the closest that we've been to being canceled in a while. Like, we are skirting on that line. Skirt. Yeah. So 73% of you say yes. I mean, dude, I definitely expect it. I'm going to really scratch my fucking head and my butt if Luke Skywalker isn't the star of Filoni's movie. Like, low-key, I'm going to be pissed. And I think if they do make Luke the star of the movie, which they should, then that totally disproves what WDW Pro is talking about. You know what I mean? Because that would make him a huge part of the matrix of content moving forward. So, we shall see, won't we? Won't we? Luke will be gay with one of his clones? I mean, yeah, but who wouldn't? Let's be real. You know, you're all a bunch of narcissists. Okay. Wow, Walt Disney World is suing DeSantis. That's pretty wild. Wow. Wow, wow, wee wah. What a time. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Okay, so we get into some Q&A, guys? All right, let's get into some Q&A. It's time. It's time. By the way, I don't say this enough, guys, but I'm going to say it, okay? If you like the content, right? You want to support the channel, you want to support me, the ability to like keep doing these streams, having fun, maybe even do crazier stuff in the future. The best way to support is to become a nerd venture. Okay, you know that thing that the stupid rando on Twitter was being a big butthole about because they're like, oh, the nerd vengers, well, they call them the nerd vengers. Yeah, well, the goddamn nerd vengers. And don't you forget it. And you get a ton of cool stuff for becoming a nerd venture. You get access to crazy parts of the Discord. You get to do the call-ins, which we're going to do later today. You get 20% off merchandise coming in from our Teespring store. The cool emojis. A ton of awesome stuff. And also, you know, your results may vary, but we've heard things about, you know, financial situations turning around, people getting thinner, people getting bigger, taller, certain appendages growing bigger, certain parts of the body growing smaller. Incredible, crazy things have happened when you become a nerd venture. And I don't want to oversell it, but it is the single most important decision you will make in your life. Pull the trigger and become a nerd venture today. Okay. First in today, Victor says, yo, Josh, go watch The Flash, damn it. Also, why was there no Nerd Theory on Monday? I think I will see The Flash, but not because you told me to, Victor, you freaking butthole. But also, no Nerd Theory on Monday. Theory hit me up, said he couldn't do it. Not a big deal to me. In my mind, honestly, after 2 weeks of 5+ hour streams, and I know he and I are both going to be streaming Jedi Survivor, guys, like, just need a little break. Just a little break. You know what I mean? Like, we're not going to be there every week for Nerd Theory, but we're going to keep the show going, and we're going to continue to have really fun streams and continue to talk about all this crazy Star Wars stuff. So that's kind of what it is. Diamond Fig says, did you see Katie Sackhoff's interview where she said a Din-Bo relationship was discussed on set, plus was almost in Mando Season 3? I did not see that, but it doesn't necessarily surprise me. It doesn't necessarily surprise me. I think that could make sense. Yeah. Orange Grove 55 says, been a fan for a while. You bring a level-headedness that is severely lacking in this space right now. Thank you for all that you do, Josh. Hey, I really appreciate that. Hey, dudes of legend D&D, that's what I'm talking about. Welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You're a Nerd Venger now. By the way, are you guys in that 2%? Are you guys in that 2%? She's wild for that one. But it's also real. She's wild for that one. And also, Orange Grove, thank you, man. I try to be very level-headed. I try to be nuanced. I try to be fair. And at the end of the day, people still will either call me a shill or a right-wing grifter. But I've actually kind of embraced this a lot. Just in the sense that, like, there's going to be people like you that get it. There's going to be people like you that are like, bro, I watch a lot of these motherfuckers. I watch a lot of these motherfuckers. Josh is different. He's not leaning in this way. He's not leaning in this way. I may not agree with him, but he seems to always try to, like, give a fair shake. And you are the type of person that, like, I really care about, that I'm going to continue to do this for. But at the end of the day, no matter how nuanced, how fair, how I try to treat this stuff, there's just going to be people that view me in a certain way over here. There's going to be people that view me in a certain way over here. It is what it is. It's whatever. Like, I can't do anything other than try to make this stuff fun, you know, not aggressive, you know what I mean? I'm not in here saying, like, these people, you know what I mean? And I'm not in here being like, Marvel's amazing, Disney's amazing, you know what I mean? Like, I try to keep it chill. So I appreciate it. Chase says, Kraven, my hunter. Yes. Frog Eater with a 10 spot, very generous, says Sony Pictures announcing Marvel's Kraven the Hunter will be rated R. Only puts more pressure on Disney to announce Marvel Studios' Blade to be rated R. Their CinemaCon presentation today since Deadpool 3 will be rated R. Is there a cinema? Are they at CinemaCon? Is Marvel at CinemaCon? I didn't even think they were at CinemaCon. Why would they need to be? You guys need some nerd coin, I see. Everybody's all crying. I'll get you some. Let's go 6,000 for everybody. Boom. There you go. Is Marvel doing a presentation today? Somebody in chat, help me out, man. Are they doing a presentation? Because that's kind of cool. And by the way, apparently Blade is going to be rated R. According to Daniel, Blade is going to be rated R. And I think there's going to be some other rated R stuff. I think you guys are going to be surprised in the next couple of years. Because I think Marvel is going that way. Michael with a $20 holla, very generous man, says, theory for Ahsoka. Could Balin and the Apprentice be ancient Jedi guarding the world between worlds? Hence, the older armor. Maybe they stop people from altering the time. Balin fighting Ahsoka because she wants to change the timeline. Okay, so it's just one of those problems, man. Like, that's a cool theory. That's a decent theory. I don't hate that. But unfortunately, like, due to the leaks and stuff, like, I know that that's not true. So it's hard for me to be like, oh, that would be kind of crazy and interesting. And that's just not what they're going to do with these characters. So kind of an interesting idea. Maybe there is something more to them that we'll find out in the show. But no, they're essentially just dark Jedi that work for Thrawn. They really work for Morgan Elsbeth, who works for Thrawn. But, yeah. Cool idea, though. Mariana says, Josh, I have no interest in watching two films that still employed two abusers after everything that came out. In my opinion, screw Ezra and Amber. Okay, so this is going to be a little controversial here. But I think that... Here's what's tough. I think both of those people, Ezra and Amber, are... like sociopathic, you know? Like, they just seem like horrible, something broken inside, like, don't trust them, crazy shark eye psychos, right? But having said that, I actually do think Amber Heard is not as bad as Ezra. Now, I think it's... I mean, dude, it doesn't matter. Like, Aquaman 2 is apparently ass. Like, Aquaman 2 is fucking bad. Like, to the point where people are walking out of screenings. Right? So, you don't have to worry about it. That movie's going to fucking tank. And it is apparently absolute shit. But I gotta say, I know a lot of people like big fans of Johnny Depp, but that trial, like, it kind of showed that they were both pretty horrible to each other during that breakup, during their relationship. Yeah, she's horrible. She's whack. But, you know, it's not like Johnny Depp is some fucking angel that Amber, you know, co-opted into some kind of cult or something. You know what I mean? So I just can't, I don't feel the same way about Amber as I do of Ezra. Like, Ezra just seems like, I see no redeeming qualities in the stories we've heard about Ezra. I be Kraven more hunting, says Victor. Okay, nice. Genko says, oh, welcome back to the Nerd Avengers, brother. Mariana says, people were being a-holes to Theory. Again, so sad. Yeah, and so, you know, look, he's going at him, and I think it's kind of interesting, and we'll see how it all plays out. Half of my, like, I'm kind of split on it, where part of me thinks, okay, Theory doing this is actually good, because number one, get your popcorn, it's fucking hilarious. But number two, he might actually change a little bit of the discourse. Like, if people just keep getting called out by him, you could see this thing where people are like, okay, well, maybe I'm not going to just totally shit on this guy in the public square, because maybe he'll come over and, like, actually say something. So that could be cool. But part of me also thinks that you're just kicking the hornet's nest and they're just gonna go crazy, which maybe he's fine with, and then it's just more content. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm kind of split on it. Like, I tried to practice like letting that shit go as much as humanly possible. I did technically link an exact tweet to the Discord for all of you to go shit on somebody on Twitter. So it's like, I'm obviously not a fucking saint when it comes to social media interactions. but you know, do as I say, not as I do, right? Anyway, Maverick Pilgrim says, in an alternate timeline, George Lucas would have used AI to create a new Droids series. Very meta. Yeah, he absolutely would have done that. He absolutely would have done that. Thanks, Mav. Liam Gordon, welcome to the Nerd Avengers, bro. You are a Nerd Avenger now, my man. The Exodus says, George would take any route available to make his vision a reality. He even said he wished CGI had been there for the originals. He felt limited. Yes, that is the point. And I agree. Genko says, show Corridor Rock, Paper, Scissors anime. Yeah, I thought about showing that. It's a long video, but it makes a lot of the point for me. It's like, yeah, you're replacing some of the labor. Your AI is absolutely taking over some of those processes. But at the end of the day, you have a ton of like actual human work being done for that movie. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, that is what it is. Robert V with a 10 spot says, I see this all the time in tech. People are scared of change, but AI is a tool to help make the creative process easier. I even use it to write code, LOL. Creating boilerplate items over and over again. Yeah, dude, totally. And I think, like, we're going to get to a point where you can, just through prompting and talking with AI, create a video game, create an animated movie, create a almost photorealistic movie. And the real magic is going to happen when you're like, for instance, I'm like, okay, I want to make a movie about a doctor who discovers an alien inside a patient, and then forms a bond, with the alien to help him get his medical career off of the ground, like something like that. Okay. So then, like, I ask AI, I'm like, okay, so this is what I'm thinking for the main character, and I give it a prompt, and then they say, or they give me some images back, and then I'll be like, okay, well, I don't know, that's not really what I was thinking. Like, can we maybe something like this, but change it and make it like this? Okay, so then the AI like makes it. Okay, well, maybe that's a little bit closer. Okay, I like it. Now let's do the voice, and there's AI voice, and you're like, okay, well, maybe I want the voice to be a little bit like that. And you change it, and it changes it. Okay. This is literally no different than working with an actor, working with a concept artist. You're saying, okay, well, here's what this is. And then the person gives you stuff. You give feedback and you change it. Right? So that process is going to still be there. It's just going to be way faster, and it'll just be the visionary or the person in charge that's really making the moves. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Liam says AI is a tool for visualization, and it will only propel powerful minds to bigger heights. Damn. Quote of the day. I like that. Fernie says, I've actually been using AI to make a homebrew D&D campaign, and it helped me create details I never would have thought of, and also inspired me to create story arcs as well. We just got to adapt to the tech. Yeah, dude. I will often ask the AI, I'll be like, okay, so here's the YouTube video I'm making. What would be a good title for this? You know? Or I'd be like, here's the thing, what should I put in the description? You know? Or I've even used it to do ideation where I'm like, okay, so here's all this stuff that's going on in Marvel. What are some video ideas that I could do? And it'll like just give, and it's just like, it's like a brainstorming with like another mind that works very differently than yours, and it'll catch things that you don't. It's really interesting. It's really interesting. DJ says, am I the only Bo 2%er in here? Hey, are you guys a Bo 2%er? Throw a 1 into the chat if you're a Bo 2%er. I'm just curious. C-Dub with a $10 holler says, did you see Wizards of the Coast hired Pinkertons to break into a YouTuber's house and take back his cards? Yes. Yes. Honestly, maybe one of the craziest stories that's happened in some time. And Wizards of the Coast, man, what a fucking shame. I like Magic the Gathering a lot. I like a lot of the stuff that comes from Hasbro, like D&D, Wizards, and Magic the Gathering. But bro, they're having a really rough go of it right now. Bank of America just downgraded their stock again. They seem wildly out of touch with their consumer base. And so a situation happened, guys, where a YouTuber ordered a couple of boxes of the new Magic the Gathering set, okay? And he was accidentally sent by the company through no fault of his own. He was sent cards for a set that hasn't come out yet. It's coming out soon. And so these are spoilers. These are leaks. But again, he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't sign an NDA. He didn't do any of that shit, okay? So he just opened the boxes, did videos about them on YouTube, and now everybody knows all the spoilers for that set. Well, Wizards of the Coast hired the Pinkertons. Dude, you can't make this shit up. Who are the Pinkertons? Pinkerton is a private security guard and detective agency established around 1850 by Scottish-born American Cooper Allen Pinkerton and Chicago attorney Edward Rucker as the Northwestern Police Agency, which later became Pinkerton and Co. Guys, you can't make this shit up. Wizards of the Coast hired fucking cowboys to bust into this dude's house and take his Magic cards back. And look out, because when Kathleen Kennedy hears about this shit, we're going to have Pinkertons in the tower, bro. Like, I hope you guys got your 6-shooters, your cowboy hats, your spurs, because it's about to get crazy. Is it normal? I don't know. Does it seem normal to you? Does that seem normal to you? Hell no, it's not normal, bro. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They hired the fucking Pinkertons, bro. Do you think that's normal? Is that normal? This guy. Is that normal? No, bro. It is not normal. Holy shit. Pretty wild. Seems normal to me. Oh, okay, maybe. Yeah, maybe we're from different places, you know. Different upbringings, etc., etc. Chipawee says, after the Fantastic Four got the Avatar writer, it got me thinking, should the MCU lean into making more spectacle-like movies, especially with the multiverse? Yeah, I think so. I think spectacle going big would help out for sure. Infinite Multiverse says, they all hate you, Mando. Kathleen Kennedy after interviewing with Mandalorian Season 3 and Book of Boba Fett. Or intervening. Yep. She's pretty swell, huh? Donnie says, what's this guy's Twitter at? I would never... bro, like, I'm not trying to... I linked it on Discord. Go over there and give him hell, you know what I mean? Trev says, Ezra Miller, father, was a senior VP of Hyperion Books, a company started by Michael Eisner. Sounds like Ezra has some nepotism-related ties. Yeah, I mean, most people in Hollywood do, but that is kind of wild. I'm not going to lie. That is kind of wild. Mo from the Folk says, the intro tracks you had on Friday's stream went crazy. You in need of a Nerdventure rap intro by any chance? I mean, I wouldn't say no. Give it a shot. See what we got. I'm down. Michael says, so why go see The Flash? Gunner made it kind of worthless now. I guess just for the one-time experience, it's a depressing situation. Yeah, if it really is one of the greatest comic book movies of all time, like I really want to see it just based off of that. You know. The Gatekeeper's Daimo says Disney literally needs scoopers right now to promote. Yeah, I agree, but they're ridiculous. KK is literally the Empress of Lucasfilm. I know, bro. Click Clack says Dune 2 stuff reminded me of Movie Bros Watch Party. Don't want to dwell on it, but it did miss a tweet between you and Meg because the argument came out of nowhere. No, you didn't miss anything, dude. I think, like, here's the thing. Like, I like Star Wars Meg, but I think that's who she is. You know? Like, she is one of those people that is easily triggered and then goes into a completely illogical, non-reason-based way of talking to somebody. Like, just look at the tweets. Like, it's crazy. Like, I was kind of shocked. I'm sure you were shocked, too. I was shocked. I was like, damn, like, she's, like, acting like, acting like she doesn't know me. She's acting like she could really just say stuff like, and the problem with inclusion is, and, like, I don't know, checkmate me on some weird social media bullshit. Like, again, I like Meg, but I think that's who she is. Andre says, I would love to get some new things, new force abilities, Sith power, regions, characters. Don't give a fuck about man or woman, but amazing action with good story. I agree with you. I think that kind of stuff should be priority. Vinny says, hey Josh, love the channel. Did you see how Hasbro paid mercs to raid a magic YouTuber's house? Thoughts? Yeah, we just went over that. It's bananas. Like, it is absolutely bananas. And I wonder, I mean, I don't know. We'll see if there's any fallout for that. We shall see. Czech Republic says, Josh, what about the droid attack on the Wookiees? Bro, they'll be fine. Old Head Mike says, women, they fly now? You know, I've heard that. I haven't seen it myself, but I have heard they fly now. Claytonium says, writers need to realize working on an existing character is a privilege. You don't get a chance. You don't get to change who a character is to suit your own message. Yeah, I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. And I think that's just like a horrible way to write. Greek Drummer says, I know it won't happen, but Filoni just needs to make Heir to the Empire and then the Thrawn trilogy. Give us what we want. Yeah, and I'm kind of like, again, I'm kind of confused because I do think that, like, just do Heir to the Empire. Like, have Luke as the main character, have Thrawn. Like, that's a no-brainer for the movie. If they do Heir to the Empire without Luke, I'm going to be like, wow, what an L. Andrew says, proud Nerdventure baby. Almost a year. Damn, son. That is pretty crazy, bro. A year, huh? Omegon. Holy cow. Gifting 5 members. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Darth Zaddy says, KK had Luke locked and put away is the rumor. Not surprising considering she doesn't want anyone to overshadow her precious Rey Palpatine. Yeah, there could be something to that for sure. Scott McCrite, thanks for the 10. No message. Dudes of Legend D&D, again, welcome to the Nerdvengers. Michael Smith says, good morning, Josh. I was wondering, how do I become a part of the call-ins? What do I have to do? Thank you. Thank you all for what you do. Love you, man. You just have to link your account to your Discord, and then you have to be on our Discord. And then there's a special part of the Discord that you can only get to if you are a member, and then that's how you get into the call-ins. Block Writers with a 10 spot says, do you believe KK is the source of Luke being constantly suppressed in Star Wars? Some other channels were saying that past couple of days. Like it's actually a Lucasfilm mandate under her management. Yeah, we have a big video coming out about that today, man. A big video coming out about that today. I don't think so. But also, Maybe. Austin Johnson says, my normie friends liked Mando 3. Am I the butthole? Also, coin drop, please, so I can afford to raffle on my B-Day Friday. We'll be at Galaxy's Edge. Austin, that's awesome. I did drop some coin. I hope you got it, man. But, dude, yeah, that'll be sick. Birthday at Galaxy's Edge. That sounds fun, man. Jay Williams says, with a 10, thank you, man, says, love your stuff, Josh. Have you read the current Punisher series? He takes on the Avengers and has a Revenge of the Sith Anakin vibe. Highly recommend. Yeah, I've read some of it. I'm not current on it, but I loved, dude, when he whooped Ares, I was like, bro, wow. Yeah, so that run is pretty cool. I look forward to, when it's completed, I'll read through it. Kyle says, preloaded Jedi Survivor last night. Game is 155 gigs on PS5. Going to be playing along with you tomorrow night. Let's go. Wouldn't be shocked if WDW leak is real. Yeah, I'm a little skeptic of it for sure, but we'll see. D&D box office, 178 mil. Kind of fell short of $1 billion. Fuck you, Apar! Fuck you, bro! You don't say that. You don't say that. Wait a minute. Over 900,000? What the hell? What just happened? Gamble 10,000. Rolled 7. Oh, okay. Oh, you almost have that much. Okay, well, don't worry. We'll take it all away later. Drew Smith says, let's say Flash makes a Billy. We're going to have the Gunverse, Jokerverse, Battinsonverse, Snyderverse all at the same time moving forward. Yay, DC. Yeah, no, I mean, I guess that's a fair point. That is a fair point. I don't think that movie's making that. Although, it could, I guess. We'll have to see. I'm really interested on what the tracking will be like for that movie. Dominic says, typed into the chat, then hit super. Hey, Josh, can I expect you to do any live streams about Jedi Survivor? And what you'll be playing on? Yeah, so Thursday night at midnight, which is tomorrow night, right? Is today Wednesday? Pretty sure. So Thursday, tomorrow night at like 11:30 p.m., I'm going to be live. And then at 12 a.m. Friday morning, I get to load it up. And we're going to play. So tomorrow night, we'll play a couple of hours. And then on Friday, we're going to play throughout the week or throughout the day. So I'm going to do a big stream on Friday. Yeah. So that'll be sick, dude. Twilby. Vince says, likely not seeing The Flash, but I am seeing Return of the Jedi this Friday in theaters. Show Lucasfilm the legacy characters are still a draw. Who's with me? I mean, I'd be down, bro. Apparently, they're not even doing it in any premium screens, though, which is kind of a bummer. But okay, I'm going to do a stage for call-ins. We'll do like 3, maybe 4 call-ins. Just open it up on the Discord. Let's pause that music. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Andre, let's get Andre in here. I feel like I never get to talk to Andre anymore. Andre!
I accept the challenge.
Nice. You're in here. What's up, man?
Oh, man, we didn't talk like in a year.
I know. It's been a while, man.
So good. No, I'm just working the same old same, it's grinding the grind, doing the things, enjoying the content.
Nice. Thanks, man.
Playing a lot with the executive on the streams. He has some fire streams while gaming, so yeah. Sometimes having a lot of stuff, but nice. Quite nice.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Oh, baby, yeah. And you see that you got a bit of Magic the Gathering stuff. You bought some new things, some new armies.
Yeah, I got some new cards. I'm making some new decks and stuff like that. I'm actually planning right now, dude. I'm planning a big little sort of mini vacation next weekend for me and my friends. And we're going to play a bunch of different games, including Warhammer and stuff like that. But I'm like renting out like a nice place for us to just kind of kick it and game all weekend. You know what I mean?
Let's go. Nice. Perfection. Yeah, there's also something that they're needed. Just click off and enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Nice.
because it's been so crazy lately, and I've been working like really really hard. So it'll be nice to just kind of check out for a little weekend for sure.
Absolutely. No, I'm lurking the streams when I'm not typing the chat, but I'm still listening. So
Nice.
I see the grind, I see the love, I see the ups and downs. The work is there, the quality is there. The Avengers are amazing, like always. So let's go. That's
Hell
nice.
yeah.
But let me ask you a thing because I'm very curious. So
Yes,
you
hit me.
think that Feige is gonna now go like full quality, or he's gonna make like 180 on the next movies or the next phases? Because there's a lot of chat that he wants to really go and up on the quality and all the stuff. So obviously, like you always said in the last time that they're making big changes.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, let me answer that kind of in depth, okay? So I'll take you out of the call
Oh
and,
yeah,
and
give
then
it to
I'll
me.
Okay, sounds good, brother. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling.
Much love and take care of you and take care of the family.
Thanks, brother. Much love right back at you. Okay, so let me talk about this. I think this is such a good question. I've been thinking a lot about this. I'm sure a lot of you guys are as well. Like, what does it mean that Feige is going to make these changes? What does it mean that they're aware of the problems? They want to do quality, over quantity. Oh, pardon me, quality over quantity. Like, we hear that, but we're like, what does that actually mean? Well, I've been thinking a lot about how Marvel and their formula is that they'll change things and tinker right up until the last minute, right? We've heard this before, and James Gunn has said this recently when he was talking about it. He's like, look, I've seen them make bad movies into okay movies. I've seen them make okay movies into good movies. I've seen them make good movies and turn them into great movies. And when you look at Multiverse of Madness, I think this is kind of a great example of what I think might be happening behind the scenes. They essentially looked at what they had with Multiverse of Madness and really they thought they needed to massively rework that thing. They delayed the movie for 3 months. They shot 7 days a week for like 16 hours a day for multiple weeks in November. They did as much shooting in December of the year before it released as they did Principal. Okay? So they just massively reworked that movie. And I think to an incredible degree, I love Multiverse of Madness. I know it's controversial. I know some of you guys don't like it. I love that movie. When I think about what they're doing right now, okay, if you look at the Marvels, right, they delay that until the end of the year. Massive reshoots. There have been a ton of reshoots on that. And when I think about that movie, what I think is going on is Feige has come in, and maybe in phase 4, there were several debates that he had, several disagreements he had with creatives, and Feige kind of let it go. Famously, there's a lot of reports that he and Chloe Zhao butted major heads. He was like, okay, we'll go with what Chloe wanted. And that movie, bad Rotten Tomatoes score, doesn't perform well in the box office. I actually like it, right? But it's not like a really great MCU movie. And I think what he has realized is that the goodwill that the audience is willing to extend to Marvel while also watching content that is of lesser quality, or let's just say maybe even not the same vibe. I think he might have overestimated how much of that goodwill was there and how far it would carry the fans to just embrace Marvel as the zeitgeist for a long, long time. If you look what's going on with Thunderbolts, that movie was originally, when I say originally, when they announced it at San Diego Comic-Con last year, it was a Black Widow movie. It was essentially a sequel to Black Widow. They had the Black Widow writer. It was really going to be a Black Widow movie. It's not that at all now. They've completely reworked it. They have the writer coming in from Beef, and they've completely reworked it. Now, Yelena's not going to be the leader. It's going to be Bucky. And that movie's going crazy. They're throwing a lot in there, making it a lot wilder. So I think when we say, well, what does that look like? What is Feige doing? How is he going to change things? I think he's going to be, number one, way more involved. I think he's going to be way more, he's not going to let shit go anymore. And I think it's going to go back to being a little bit of Feige's way or the highway. And I also think he's going into these projects and he's trying to amp them up, right? Like the addition of the Sentry and Thunderbolts, the addition of Red Hulk, the addition of Adamantium, all these things that he's like, no, like let's go big. I think that's what we're looking at. The real question mark for me is going to be like, how is the Marvels as a movie? Because that's a whole big thing. And then how's the content in 2024? How's the content in 2025? Are we fully back on track, rocking and rolling? And I think that's what he's working on. So that's what I think he is doing, you know? But it's a good question. I appreciate it, bro. All right, let's bring in PT Pablo. PT!
Yo,
What up, man?
Josh, let me just ask you, how are you doing, my guy? You ask us how we're doing. How are you doing?
I'll tell you, I'm doing well. Haven't been sleeping super great, and I also have a lot of heartburn right now, and like indigestion. And I'm gonna take a Pepsi like as soon as I get off of this stream. But other than that, man, I'm genuinely doing pretty good. Channel been doing good. Streams have been doing good. The Star Wars stuff is stressful, but I'm just trying to have fun with it. So no, I'm good, man. I appreciate you asking. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Like genuinely, anytime you talk about Liam, like having a rough sleep night, I truly just thank God that my daughter sleeps through the night. She's 5 months old, and I think we've only had probably 2 nights where it's kind of been bad.
Nice. Yeah, no, I mean, dude, that's great. And like, he's honestly pretty good, but he's been going through so many leaps that he's been regressing, right?
No, yeah, I get you for sure.
But last night, it actually had nothing to do with him. I just couldn't fall asleep. I was just kind of like, I don't know. Maybe I was like too like jazzed up or whatever, but I didn't fall asleep till like 3. So yeah, but I appreciate it, man. Thank you again.
Yeah, no worries, dude. How do you feel about let me ask this. You said that there's like a lot of controversy over multiverse of madness. Like, I don't really pay attention to all that shit. What's that about? I love it.
Yeah, I think that it was considered pretty controversial. Dude, the movie, it's really funny because you know how like right now people can't decide whether or not Super Mario Brothers is like woke. I don't know if you've like seen that, but like there's a bunch of people that are like on the right, I guess, that are saying it's woke. There's a bunch of people on the right that are saying it's not woke, and that's why it's successful. And it's just like, dude, like what's going on? Like why are people this wildly different about it? Multiverse of Madness was a movie that triggered some people on the left because of the way it treated Wanda. They didn't feel like it treated her good from an optics perspective. And then a lot of other people on the right didn't like the movie because they thought it was too much about the women and it was like woke. So it was one of those weird situations where I think it kind of fell on some of the culture war lines in a weird way. There are also people that just don't like Sam Raimi. So overall, the movie was considered very controversial. Like a lot of people had mixed opinions on it. I mean, I've talked about it a lot. I love Multiverse of Madness. I think it's like top 5 MCU. So yeah, that's kind of the TLDR.
Okay, I feel you. I personally love the movie. I don't really pay attention to all the other stuff. I think it's crazy people try to make arguments about that type of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I guess it is what it is, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, man, I just want to get on here, see how you were doing. Appreciate all the stuff that you do. Although I'm not gonna lie, I didn't agree with all the breakdowns from you in theory on Mando. You know, honestly, I felt like you guys wanted Mando to die at some points. But you know, at the end of the day, we all have our own opinions, and like,
I think what maybe you're saying is we were like really quick to go from this is okay to it's trash, right?
Yeah,
and I think that's fair because you know I was really riding with it for like the first 3 episodes, and then I went super fucking hard, especially after the Jack Black episode. I went really hard, and I understand
that episode was dog shit.
Yeah, it was bad. But I get what you're saying. You're like, you guys like, because I think when you say like we almost wanted it to fail, I think what you're really saying is like you were ready for it to fail, which is true. Like,
I don't think that you wanted it to fail. I don't think you wanted it to fail. I felt like at some points you guys were okay with like the whole Mando dying thing, which I always thought that the Mandalorian was about Mando. Like, so
Sure.
I never really thought that he was gonna die. I just, but I also get where you guys are coming from. Like all the fucking behind the scenes stuff. Like I get it. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's just tough, man. I think it's like, and I always try to like keep it in check because I know it's different for like us as it is for like some of you guys, right? So like, you know, I think you guys sometimes just you get to just be fans and like just watch it and experience it. And it's a little bit different with us when it's like a part of our job and like, you know, like we have to deal with all this input from whether it's Twitter or a live chat or whatever, right? So yeah, I get you, man. At the end of the day, I felt like my sort of review of the season was actually pretty fair because I was like, I still think it's better than Boba, Andor, and Kenobi, and it's still the best thing they have. But it just hurts so much because season 2 was so good, and then to get this season, it like that hurts, and I want to understand it, right? But at the same time, I do get what you're saying. If you like the season, it probably felt like, oh shit, here he goes again, you know.
no, yeah, and I'm not saying by any means this is my favorite season. It was definitely semi letdown. But yeah, we all have our different views, and I appreciate what you do, dude.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. I'm gonna take you on out of here, but man, I appreciate the call. Thank you.
No worries. Yes, sir.
Right,
appreciate it. Have a good day.
You too. All right, let's get chilling in the basement.
What is happening, Papa Josh?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you today? I heard you saying you got some heartburn.
Dude, yeah. I have some heartburn. I made myself a real crazy breakfast. Like fried up a bunch of pierogies, a bunch of sausage and eggs, and man, my esophagus was like, bro. So, but we're good.
I mean, it's pierogi though. You got to have the pierogi.
I know, dude. It was so good too. Oh, it was so good.
It is. Well, I mean, my wife's Polish, so
there you go.
I know. I'm learning about all that good shit. Of course, it's kind of funny because I'm German, so we just don't talk about the 40s.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Yeah, I have like German blood too, so it is kind of interesting. But yeah.
Right. Anyway, it just never ceases to amaze me how fucking stupid Lucasfilm gets, especially when it comes to their especially when it comes to their history of like treating their stars.
Yeah.
Like they let Ryan Johnson nerf Luke. Is that all the way down here? What else was there? They hosed Boyega, both in the writing of his character and on the poster in China, which was just really fucked up. I still can't believe he's coming back, honestly. Like I don't care how much money they're giving him. If I was him, I'd be like, spin, bitches, just spin. But and then now Tim Morrison, who's been around since the freaking prequel.
Yeah.
And made a bit on that one, by the way, just saying. But I just don't get it. It boggles my mind, and I sometimes really have to try to stop thinking about it just because of the lack of logic.
Yeah, dude. Well, it's like it's one of those. I think it's one of those situations where it's like, bro, how does this just keep happening and like nobody? Like I just don't get. She's like Ezra in some ways. Like you know what I mean. Not as bad, I would say. You know, because she's not actually hitting people in the head with chairs. But in the same sense of like, I don't understand why this person still has a job. You know?
Oh God, I know.
It's crazy, dude. And dude. Like, I don't know what the deal is with Boba season 1 and like Tem and maybe John or whatever. I don't know if there's like beef or shit like that. But when it comes to Marvel, right? Like, think about how Marvel treats like Tom Hiddleston, you know, Don Cheadle, like makes them a producer, brings them in the writer's room, like has them be an active participant in, you know, how the character is treated. And that is just so wildly different than what you have going over at Lucasfilm. So, yeah, I hope that we are in the last couple of years of having to deal with this shit. And maybe we get a new president. Maybe we get some serious changes in the next couple of years, man. Because, damn.
That would be quite nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Like,
it is.
I want my nerdy content back. Like, I want it good.
Yeah.
Like, I want my good nerdy content back, damn it.
Yeah, man.
And that's all I want. On a lighter note, though, my grandson is only a month younger than Lee.
Oh,
so
nice.
So everything you're talking about, I'm like, seen it.
Yep.
Seen it, but he's watching his little brain expand is just the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. Like,
dude,
straight up.
it's really hard to explain. People always say that shit was like, if you're a parent, you'll understand, or someday you'll understand. And I always like looked past that. I thought that was silly, but it's true. And I think, like watching a little baby, like just learn how to do the simplest things and become aware. And like Liam, one of his new things is he just figured out that the glowing thing on the Xbox is a button that when he presses it, Dad yells and says, "What the heck?" Because he turns off the Xbox. So he loves that shit. And like him like realizing that is so fun. And then he started to react to like when he gets into something and I'll be like, "Liam, no." And then he'll like actually stop and like look back at me. Like he's starting to realize like, oh, well, Dad doesn't want me to do this, So yeah, it's a true blessing, man. It's a really cool part of life for sure.
Oh yeah, he's crab walking. He's already pulling himself up on stuff. I swear, he's going to be walking by the end of May.
Yep. Same thing with Liam, man. He is going for it. We've had a baby proof like way ahead of schedule, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's a good sign though.
Yeah. Good for his development for sure.
Of the brain activity potential.
Yes.
So that's good.
Yes, for sure.
All right, man. Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. I can tell this whole convo is winding down, and there's other people in line. So
no worries, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate the call. I appreciate the support as always, man. Thank you.
Oh yeah, no problem, brother. You have a good day. We'll talk to you.
You too, man. Yep.
Oh wait, just one quick thing. I almost fucking forgot. Just one more thing. That thing that I was talking about last Saturday, that big stream I had. It worked. I'm in as a regular guest on a much bigger channel. So
nice, dude. That's sick.
Yeah.
Should help the push, help the branding, you know what I mean?
Yes. Well, Nerd Avenger.
Amen. There you go. For life.
All right, man.
All right, brother.
Yep. All right. Have a good one.
Take care, man. You too. All right, I'm going to bring on the second son. And one of the reasons I'm bringing on the second sons is because, is this man still blocked on the chat? I need one of the mods to Are you still blocked?
Hi, I'm just at work. I'm just going to go on coffee.
What's up? Oh. Are you okay? Oh, no. This is like that scene in The Matrix.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. What's up?
Hi, this is the first time I've actually talked to you. That's not through Super Chat. My name's Bon.
Wait, say your name again one more time. Sorry.
It's Bon. B-O-N.
Bon, what's up, man? How are you? Nice to meet you.
I love this community. I really love it. It's pretty much the only thing I watch all day. Yeah, no, sorry. I'm just a little frazzle-dazzled. This is the first time me speaking to you.
No, it's all good, man. Look, are you still banned? Can you chat or no?
No, I can't.
Okay.
I can't regular chat. I can't super chat, which is weird because I'm perfectly fine on Theory's channel. I'm perfectly fine on the Ray side. They love me over at the Ray side.
Yeah.
Fun over there.
Yeah. No, Elisa watches a lot of the Ray side's content and everything, and yeah, no, she seems pretty great. Let me just see here because the mods are telling me they can't figure it out, so I'll see if I can figure it out because I definitely don't want you to be banned, man.
No, I have no ill will towards the community at all for this. Like, I truly just want to get back in the chat and like nerd out.
Hell yeah! All right, let me see if I can find you in here in the hidden users. Is there anything on your mind? Anything you wanted to ask me while we were just kind of chilling?
Not really. You pretty much said all my thoughts already. I just wanted to know if you've heard anything on Venom 3. I've kind of been missing the streams lately.
Yeah, so the only thing that I've heard, I mean, there's some rumors, right? There's plot leaks. There was, and both of them seem kind of similar. So there was one that involved Andrew Garfield, which I was like, oh man, that's really cool. But who knows if that's going to be the case. And then there was the other one that essentially is about the small child, right? So a younger Peter Parker. And it does seem like they're going to try to link Madam Web to what's going on in Venom 3, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, other than that, no real updates, man.
Could I add something to chat? Like, could I get chat's response? Because I can't type in chat.
Yeah, for sure.
I know
of course.
Chat's thinking.
Of course.
are we okay with this new Peter Parker not being Andrew Garfield? Like, would we be more okay with there being a young Peter Parker if we knew somehow with some time shenanigans it was Andrew Garfield?
Yeah, that's a good question. Chat, what do you think? Like, dude, I don't see you on the blocked list. That is so weird.
Like the only reason, and to go back to the block list thing, like when I watch your streams and I try to find myself in the live chat on the sidebar, I don't pop up at all.
That is
and
so weird. Have you changed your YouTube name or information or anything?
No, it's still the same one connected to this Discord.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely don't see you in there. Okay, we'll look into this. Maybe I'll have to contact YouTube or something and just see what's up, but we'll get it sorted out.
Because if it's on my end, I'd love to sort it out, but
yeah.
I'm not like shadow banned on other people's streams, so I don't really get it.
Dude, that's so weird. Yeah, because I don't see you in here, and I don't think any of the chat, I don't think any of the mods banned you or anything, right? Like,
yeah, and I have no ill will towards the mods at all. Like, they're just doing their job. I get that.
Yeah, I'll look. I'll try to take a better look later, man, and maybe we could figure out what happened. But I don't see you on the banned list at all, and I feel like you'd be at the top because it would be a recent one. So,
yeah.
But anyways, that's a good question about Andrew Garfield. I would love for it to be Andrew Garfield. What would you think if it was a totally new Spider-Man, though?
It was a totally new Spider-Man.
Yeah,
that's like a super tricky one because what
super
could
tricky,
you do
right?
with them?
I know it almost feels
what could you do with
okay.
them that you haven't done before?
Yeah, and also, what is that going to be? The one that's going to be in all the Sony stuff moving forward? Like, are they just saying, okay, Tom Holland, you can go over to Marvel. We're going to create our own Spider-Man, but that still feels really silly too.
I have a theory.
What's the theory?
Have you ever played Shattered Dimensions?
No, I can't say that I have.
Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. There's 4 Spider-Man in there, and there's one Spider-Man that is purely symbiote.
What? That's cool.
So, what if that's the connection to Venom? That this Spider-Man in Secret Wars will be the Black Suit Spider-Man with Tom Holland.
That would be kind of fun. They're doing something weird like that currently in the new Venom comic book where like his son is like a hybrid.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. That could be kind of cool. I'd be down.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you, Josh, for everything. This is literally my first time like being in the stream since I've kind of been banned. So it's fun. I love this.
Yeah, man. Well, we're happy to have you on here. We'll try to get it sorted, man. We'll try to get you. We'll try to get you back in the chat. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm in Discord if you need to ask anything.
Cool. Sounds good, brother.
Okay. Love you guys.
Love you, man. Take care. All right, guys. I think we're gonna call it there on the call-ins. I really do appreciate it, though. We'll try to do more call-ins next Friday. And just so you guys know, the next Friday is going to kind of be an interesting day because I might be like I said, I might be like heading out, going on like a little vacation, like right after the stream. I will be seeing Guardians the night before or the day before. So I'll see Guardians next Thursday. And then after I see Guardians, I'll do like my first like reaction in the video. And then Friday morning, we will talk about Guardians, full spoilers. You know, we'll have a good discussion, and then we're gonna get out of there, and then I'm gonna head off for my vacation. My vacation. So, by the way, right now, guys, they are doing the Disney presentation at CinemaCon. So, yeah, we'll see. Maybe there's some interesting stuff that'll come out from that. But either way, I got to get out of here. Big video dropping later today talking all about the Luke Skywalker rumor. Oh, actually, there's a couple super chats I missed. Let's go over those. And also, Callisto coming in with 10 gifted. Holy shit. Holy shit. 10 gifted members. My God. Dominic says, oops, must have had a mini stroke typing when you triggered me about Star Wars Meg. Gotta say, I appreciate your honesty and would still be watching her if you didn't clue me into her disdain for Gina Carano. Well, Dominic, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I still watch Star Wars Meg. I strongly disagree with her take on Gina, but at the end of the day, like, I still watch Star Wars Meg. I don't think she's a like bad person, but yeah, I think there's probably a lot of ways in which we would both butt heads, but also I'm always going to keep it real. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be a hater or negative, but I'm always going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it a stack with you guys. Drew said, let's be very clear. BD1 greater than Grogu and Babu? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell nah. But definitely better than Grogu. And again, Kalisto, thank you for the 10. The 10 gifted. Appreciate you. All right, everybody. Man, that was a good stream. Feeling good? Josh called her a butthead. I probably did. I can't recall exactly, but I probably did. Really appreciate you all. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the love. Big video coming out today. Big video coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow night at midnight, we're streaming Jedi Survivor. Ooh, we're going to get real sweaty. Can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Vandal, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now. And I appreciate you. Babu, please. The thing about Babu is he's never far away, Babu. Yeah. Yeah. And as I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Ah, man, it's a good one. Hey, we got pretty close. We almost got canceled. But we were like those crazy ice skate people that can go between the cones really, really fast, like when they're like moving sideways. I'm sure you've seen it. That's like us, man. Yeah. Appreciate you. And I'm really excited for these Jedi Survivor streams. We're going to do a bunch of giveaways. We're going to have a bunch of fun. Let's get it. Let's get it. Just make sure you open up that third eye. Wash out your stinky butt. I'll see you on the next one.